We are live. We are live. We are back. We are back and live. Welcome to the season. You enter a number there, premiere of the All Sports Matters podcast. I am your host, Amir Shahraz Ortiz, aka Papi Ortiz 02, or Mr. All Sports Matter himself. Welcome to the 2026 late summer, early fall premiere of the All Sports Matters podcast. Welcome back. I'm trying to get everybody to log in, getting logged in, getting set up, getting. Are we ready? Are we ready for NFL season 2026 coming off the precipice of Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions? Question mark, right? A lot of question marks regarding the 2026 seasons that I want to say nobody saw and coming. We are live. We are live. We are back. And speaking of we're back, he just showed up. Hail Mary himself, the chef, Robinson. What's going on?
What it do? What's happening? Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you just fine. I'm gonna need you to reach my decibel level, Mr. Barry White himself. Bring it up. I need you to bring it a couple octaves because I am hype. We're back.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Look, this is what they do to me. Look, I'm happy to be back with y'all.
I don't know who they are, but if we're going to blame it on the kids, I'm all for it. Welcome. What's going on?
Man, living the dream, brother. Living the dream. How y'all doing?
We are great. We're a couple of days removed from the kids catching that school bus early Monday morning. So we are going to celebrate to that. But until then, we're not going to celebrate like the Seattle Seahawks. And we'll get to that momentarily. Out in the 3-3-4, Mr. Moore is here to talk about some football. I'm trying to get something around, but it's not working. What's going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
How's it going? Are we still chopping for those Atlanta Braves momentarily?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, third best record in the league. We good.
They are holding their own. I think they're second. I think the Dodgers took a step back. I think they moved up.
Last time I looked this morning. I thought they were like third.
You guys are about to. I believe it's like one game or even tied as of yesterday. The Dodgers have been struggling, which we are here for.
Yeah, they're tied. You're right.
And by the Dodgers, obviously, we're not talking about our producer because we can give two shits about his teams. But well, speaking of the producer, we do give a shit about the new daddy himself. Mr. Producer, Mr. JB, Mr. James, Jimmy Jingleheimer Schmidt, Bilbo.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Hey, Rob,
welcome.
What else?
Y'all gonna stop hating on the Dodgers, the two-time World Series champs. Just because your teams can't make it. Looking at you, New York Yankees. Trash.
Well, we refuse to be paying folks until the year 3000. So yeah, we're not part of that mindset
anymore.
You guys defer contracts just as much as the 49ers players get injured. It's literally
whoa,
goes hand in hand.
You're bringing too much heat this early on.
We have I spent all summer.
You say you spent all summer on this material.
Yeah. My kids don't understand none of this talk that I be saying. I'm like, if you don't get your ass in the room and jump on the IR like the 49ers do, I'm going to whoop your ass. They have no idea what I'm saying. But either way, we're here.
So much heat.
We are live. And yes, we're here to talk mainly some football. We probably got a little over 4 weeks until opening day.
Oh, yeah.
Which happens this year on a Wednesday. By the way, with the Seattle Seahawks opening up on a Wednesday. Who are they playing this year? On Wednesday, what are they opening with?
Who? The Seahawks?
The Seahawks. 'Cause I'm being truthfully when I think it was
Regular season?
it's the Bears, right? No, with the Bears.
Are you
On
asking about
Wednesday?
regular season?
Regular season.
I didn't know if you were asking.
Yeah, they played
They
Patriots.
opened with the Patriots.
They
Patriots.
played
week one.
they opened against the Patriots after they just whooped their ass by 30
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't want to say the Patriots name. I wanted one of y'all to say it so we can go into that. And
That's what it was.
but we are not talking about the Patriots or how much they lose. We obviously have to start with how we ended, and that is with the Seattle Seahawks winning Super Bowl last year. I think it was 58, 59, something like that. It's one of them numbers, late 50s.
I thought there was over 60.
It could be 60. Heck if I know. That's what we got a statistician for. We are out of practice. We're out of rhythm. It was the Seattle Seahawks, who nobody predicted would be winning the Super Bowl.
61.
61.
The one upcoming.
So it was Super Bowl 60.
So talk to me about, which is slim to none. Nobody ever, rarely ever even come close to repeating. Talking about the Seattle Seahawks team, what have they done right? Have they done anything in the offseason? And do they even compete against a stacked breaking news? Another 49ers player just got hurt. Do they compete against the NFC West? I'm going straight to you, Mr. Producer. This is your division. This is your team. Talk to me about the Seattle Seahawks. Do you see them, considering the Rams were the favorites, the 49ers were the surprises, and the Seahawks ended up winning? I will say that much. I think that pretty much wraps up last year. Talk to me about this year, a little bit of the same, roles reverse, and only speak of the Seahawks right now.
And that's what I'm going to speak on, and to correct you, that they are not my team. Let's put that out there right now.
No, I said the team just got
You
hurt.
said your division.
No, he said my team first, sir. I got you. I understand.
He refused to believe that an electrical substation took off another player. But either way, go ahead.
Whoa. It's not a celebration. But no, Seattle, the one thing they did was keep the majority of their team. The one thing they didn't do, on the other hand, was lose their best running back. So while you kept JSN, you lost your the tank that make the your engine that make the tank go. So you're gonna have to see if they can continue on with the success, because the running back that they got in, I believe, was hurt. They next two up was hurt.
They drafted Jadarian Price in the first round, though. Out of Notre Dame.
Okay. But yeah, so he gonna have to really make a name for himself coming out the rip, because the Charbonnet was already hurting on borrowed time, and the other running back that they brought in, I can't remember his name, but he also got hurt. So the rookie gonna have to come in there and make some noise. They still got JSN, so you can't discount nothing. Sam Darnold had a magical year last year, but can he follow it up and do it again? That is definitely
the huge question mark. And I'm coming back to you when it comes to the rest of the division. We're solely focusing on McFoley, solely focusing on the NFC West right now, giving all due respect. They're the Super Bowl champions, right? So we do have to give them the respect that they earned finishing off last season. Chef, talk to me about the Seahawks. Are they the team to beat entering 2026?
Until they get dethroned, I mean, they're the champs. You got to beat them. If you want to win, you're going to have to beat them. On paper, I mean, it's interesting to see what's going to happen when you look at what the LA Rams are trying to put together. If Aaron Donald just so happens to go ahead and sign on the dotted line, which, I mean, you're not doing all of this not to come back. That's just my way of looking at it. So it creates an interesting rivalry that this season may have, but until you beat them, I mean, yeah, you have to take them off the top. So I think that Kobe Bryant leaving them too might be pretty. That's going to be a nice piece that they're going to have to figure out about, because he was very decent in that secondary. So, and I mean, Walker leaving, he was solid. Walker was solid. But depending on how the run game comes out, we'll see, and we'll see who if they can break the curse of the hard knocks, because they're the team featured on Hard Knocks this season. So.
Which is weird in itself, right? Because usually the teams featured on Hard Knocks are teams who didn't make the playoffs, who hasn't been featured in 5 years or more.
Right.
But yeah, that's weird to me. Before I come to you, Mr. Statistician, I hear both of you mention Kenneth Walker. Now, I will add the fact that Kenneth Walker was a no-show into the playoffs due to the fact that, yes, he's always been dealing with injuries. He still deals with injuries. He just had quite possibly one of the best runs a running back can have in the playoffs since that running back from the Patriots that won the MVP in that playoff when they beat Atlanta. But a running back hasn't taken over a playoff run like the way Kenneth Walker did. Yes, he's good. He might even be great, but he was a no-show. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, majority of his career due to injuries. Fleck, I'm coming to you, and I want to discuss, because the chef did mention the departure of Bryant. The producer did mention the departure of Walker, but I want to add the departure of Riq Woolen, Boye Mafe, and I'm pretty sure there's one or two more that I haven't really thought about. But other than the obvious effect that, yes, that it's a huge effect to the defense of Seattle that won them. Let's be honest, the defense did pretty much essentially wrap up that Super Bowl run. Talking about Seattle, their losses on both sides of the ball, Walker on offense, obviously. Talking about Seattle.
So with that defense, especially, like they got some quality guys in the draft to mitigate. I don't know if they're gonna, replace the actual production, but they got some young guys that I'm interested in seeing, mainly Julian Neal, cornerback out of Arkansas. I want to see what he does. I think they got him in the 3rd round. They got the safety out of TCU, Clark, to kind of mitigate the Kobe Bryant departure. So if they're going to lean on, I think that they're going to lean on those rookies. I mentioned Jadarian Price when JB mentioned Walker leaving. I think that they're going to lean on those guys a little bit more. Hey, and then they just signed Terry and Arnold, apparently. That's breaking news straight from Shefty. The Seahawks signed Terry and Arnold. So
he was just in New York yesterday. That's crazy.
If he gets to play, you know what I'm saying? Because of course he has some legal issues that he's got to deal with. But if he can navigate those legal issues and he can play, he's actually an upgrade over Riq. My opinion.
That is a huge, especially losing Riq Woolen at one side of the ball. Really quick before we move on from the Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold, when this is something we've never seen out of Sam Darnold in his career prior to this past season. Not saying he went out there and balled, which he somewhat did.
What are you saying we didn't see first?
Huh?
What are you saying we didn't see out of him?
The way he played last year.
Because
in his career.
You can't forget how he played in Minnesota.
The year before that, yes. But see, for me, I want to say it's an asterisk seeing.
Now he crapped the bed toward the end of the season and in the playoffs for Minnesota. Right. But he balled out for him during the season, though.
My question is, can we trust him to bring that energy back?
I mean,
not being the Darnold that says, I'm seeing ghosts out there.
Until he reverts back to the Darnold we saw with the Jets, we have to roll with it. We have to roll with the last couple of years. He has been an elite quarterback, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
The last couple of years.
Obviously, you're not wrong. He wasn't the issue, if at all.
Yeah.
What issue would you say the Seahawks have going into 2026?
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, unproven rookies in Jadarian Price, because they're going to lean on him with Charbonnet being hurt, Walker being gone. They're going to lean on him. They don't really have anything else in that running back room. Who's going to be is Cooper Kupp going to be wide receiver 2? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be that guy opposite JSN that scares defenses?
That should be Rashid Shaheed, shouldn't it?
It should, but I mean, so far all he's been is a deep threat. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's gonna be in the.
That's not been consistent. Cooper Kupp's getting up there in age. So outside of JSN, who's gonna scare that defense?
So with that being said, I don't want to discredit anything Seattle have done, but I'm going right back to you, Mr. Producer JB, Mr. New Baby Daddy of the group. Talk to me. Which team is next up in the West? And I need you to think about this. I can already see your wheels churning. So Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, and
you gotta go Rams.
That's what I was expecting to say.
You gotta go Rams. If you, I mean, yeah, being a fan is being a fan, but at some point, your fandom got to slow down. And you got to be a real person, and you got to be a real fan of the game and not just a fan of the team. You know what I'm saying? And looking at what the Rams are putting together is got to go through Los Angeles at this point. And anything else that comes from it, yeah, it's gonna be surprises like we had last year. Because with all the injuries, we didn't expect the 49ers to get what they got. We didn't expect the Seahawks to do what they did. And that's what happened. So surprises are gonna happen, but I gotta call the Rams right now.
Chef, you in agreement to that? I know you're a defensive mindset analyst, as I like to say. Talk to me about what you expect out of the LA Rams.
Depending on the Puka situation and his legal woes he might have. I mean, if they are come back and they're intact, they can stay healthy enough during the season. It's hard to go against that team. The Rams were close to going to the Super Bowl last year. So again, it's going to be hard to go against the Rams. That addition of Myles Garrett is just unreal. Like, Myles Garrett is a game wrecker who I am so glad is out of the AFC North. Go do whatever you want, sir. I appreciate you so much for leaving.
I'm so
but then you have Aaron Donald, who looks like he has not lost a single step. Looking like he's coming until he says he's back, looking like he is definitely coming back.
We're assuming he's back. We don't assume. We usually don't assume much, but we're going to assume he's coming back.
Come back in week 2. Come back in week 2.
Don't make that trip to Australia. Huh?
Yeah, don't go to Australia, sir.
And didn't they pick up a corner in the offseason?
They got McDuffie and they signed Jalen Watson.
Again,
they traded for McDuffie and they signed Jalen Watson a 3-year deal.
Look, let me tell you something. It's running through them. I'm just saying right now, I think it's going through them, that division, and possibly the NFC.
So, Mr. 334, Mr. Moore, with all the signings that the Rams done, the Rams had a real productive offseason off the field with the general manager putting in work, setting up quite possibly Stafford's last season, maybe penultimate, which is if not this season, next season. Drafting Ty Simpson at 13?
Yeah.
That GM put in work this offseason. Assuming Aaron Donald is back. the talks of Devontae Adams literally came and went within a matter of seconds. He was on the trade block, then he wasn't, and he wanted to be gone, then he's not. Puka Nacua obviously is a question mark, but that's only, we'll say, a week or two tops as far as either injuries and or legal issues, because even the stuff that he's done doesn't merit long-term suspension. Is this Super Bowl or bust for the LA Rams?
Yes.
And I know we said, the Seahawks are the team to beat until somebody dethrones them, and that is true. But I think this Rams team is that team. I think this Rams team, to me, they're the favorites to win it all.
Yeah.
With that level of offense, Kyron, you didn't even mention Kyron Williams and Blake Corum in the backfield. You know what I mean?
But we don't even know who the starter, the backup is, because
they don't even matter. They both were productive last year. You know what I'm saying? Like the only place it matters is fantasy, and that's why I traded him. That's why I traded Kyron Williams, because I was not unsure on how that split was going to look in that backfield. But I mean, that Rams team, and if they can get Aaron Donald to come out of retirement, even if they don't get Aaron Donald to come out of retirement, to me, they're the favorites to win it all. If they get Aaron Donald to come out of retirement, I mean, it's cemented to me. I mean, barring injuries, they are stacked at every level on offense and defense. Yeah. Like, there's no real weakness on that team outside of maybe the line. Maybe the offensive line might be. And that's nitpicking, because I don't think that's an issue.
No, they re-signed Quisenberry, as I'm looking at here, and they signed Blake Hance and Bill Murray. I'm not that I know much about those guys. All I'm saying is they put in work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And the only negative I've seen about their offensive line is one of their guards may be involved in something to where he may have some type of discipline happening or something early in the season. But everything else is pointing to their offensive line being fully intact. So,
and like I said, yeah, again, that's nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? If you had to find a weakness on that team, that would probably be the weakest of what they got going on. And I'm not even saying that it's a weakness per se, but of that team, it's the weakest, the weakest link.
Be a pew.
The entire team. But I mean, they are stacked. I mean, Myles Garrett, possibly Aaron Donald, Brandon Fisk, we didn't even mention him, Kobe Turner. I mean, they are stacked. That team, if they don't win, it's Super Bowl or bust for them. It's got to be.
Really quick, last year, 3 teams made a division. I mean, made the playoffs, right? 3 teams out of the division made the playoffs last year. As bad as the 17ers played, they still kept up until the second to last Sunday of the season, where even the division was still in play for them. Is this
the conference was still in play?
Is this still quite possibly the best division of football?
I think so.
I mean, I'm gonna say either that division or possibly the NFC North division, because that NFC
as far as the best division
has Chicago, Green Bay, Detroit, and Minnesota. That's a nasty division.
You got Kyler Murray in Minnesota, so can you? I don't know if you can count them.
That's why you count them.
We're not breaking down. We're not breaking down the NFC North.
Yeah,
but Murray is definitely over McCarthy.
That's why I say, yeah. I'll leave that there.
Murray.
Well, we were talking about him leaving the Cardinals.
So we know the Cardinals is not they're a lottery team, as we like to call it. Again,
who the Cardinals?
Carson Beck looked good, and yes, against 3rd or 4th stringers.
I was about to say he's playing against guys that ain't going to be in the league come week 1.
Yeah, but he's 30 years old, so he has enough experience.
And
he's played enough football in his life to know football is.
Him and Stetson Bennett were drinking partners.
I am going to come back to you guys really quickly, because obviously, again, it's a 3rd team that didn't make the playoffs out of that division, and they play out of Santa Clara, not San Francisco. Either way, now Going down the list here, Pearsall, injury, out for the year, right? Surgery. Bosa hurt himself putting on a MAGA hat. Either way. Evans, hamstring. Kittle, we're not sure if he's coming back. Christian Kirk, who was out all pretty much a lot last year. We're not even sure he's coming back. He's on the roster. He's out. Christian Kirk Sr.
Mike Evans.
Christian Kirk Sr. Hey, I'm talking here. Deshaun Stribling is out, which nobody even knows who the guy is, but he's hurt as well. Osa,
He's back.
Osa is not Yurmanura, Odiziba, whatever his name is. We can't pronounce it, but it's not Yurmanura. He's out, questionable. IR, Mikel Kamara, Kalon Black, Tanner McLaughlin, Keon White, Romello Height, Andrew Farmer, Malik Mustafa, Jordan James. But wait, there's more. Fidarian Lowe, Isaac Garendo, Michael Williams, and of course, crazy man Brandon Ayuk. Tell me that you're okay, JB. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. It ain't but four of those people that you named that's on IR that was actually gonna make the 53-man roster anyway. Ayuk, we will leave him where he at. You know, he not getting paid. He obviously happy not getting paid. So we'll leave him right where he at. Kittle,
is he expected back? At what point is he expected back?
He's expected back. He was actually on track to be back for week 1. They don't want him to fly to Australia.
Whoa.
I don't know what Fleck doing right now. They don't want him to fly to Australia. So
we know he likes to take over.
They definitely holding him out of week 1 because they didn't want his Achilles to get aggravated. But you can probably expect to see him. Since they put him on the pup, you can probably expect to see him around week 3 or week 4. They didn't put him on the IR. As far as any running backs behind McCaffrey, because I know we were talking about this earlier. They have
Zamir White, so I think that's a big pickup for them.
They have Zamir White, and then they have Kalen Black. I think that is
he's hurt.
He's hurt.
Rookie? He's hurt.
The rookie.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was one of the names I mentioned.
Oh, you talking about Khalil Herbert?
No.
Or are you talking about Khalil Herbert?
No,
they got him
Black,
too.
Khalil Black.
They got Khalil Herbert, but Kalon Black. He was actually at practice. Today.
He's active.
Yeah, he's active. He's you reading an old injury report because
he's active.
Mike Evans is back. Deshaun Stribling is back.
They won't be in an hour.
Christian Kirk is still out. I don't know why they signed Christian.
They got Mike Evans listed as questionable.
The only team with an injury report is minute to minute.
It definitely is. It's second to second, honestly. And Fleck, you might want to check on the Titans because they was out there practicing too. So that substation, if it's real, then they getting a little bit of it too. So
pause. I meant to bring that up. What the hell is an electrical substation? Like I'm truly like, what is that?
So that's where all the electricity for that general area comes from. And
what's it under the stadium?
That's what I figured. But what
is it under the stadium?
No,
why are you always blaming that?
It's a big facility that's like right across.
Is it close to the stadium?
Yes, it's right across from the stadium and next to the practice facility. And that's why it's getting so much traction because it's literally right there, right next to it. And all these injuries started picking up right when they did their big expansion of the electrical substation. So, and I think that was in 2014.
Because I really didn't know. I was confused about that too.
I knew what it was. I just didn't know why it's relevant to y'all.
Because the electrical currents, because they're so close, running through the body, it can over time wear down the soft tissue.
Oh, so that's why your head coach got in that car accident because the Tesla deactivated while in motion because of the electrical substation. I get it.
And that's exactly why Brandon Ayuk went crazy too, because the substation got to his mind. His mind went crazy because of the substation, the electricity and the currents in the.
So are we really believing the first time he came out and said, I was reaching for my phone and I crashed. Then a couple weeks later said, I was riding in a Tesla that I was not driving in, that all of a sudden just deactivated. And then the third interview said, wait a minute, there's more. Said, yes, it is my fault, but it didn't specify what he was at fault for.
Well, he said it was his fault because everybody started blaming the girl. that was in the accident.
Yeah,
So
No,
he-
but I know that, but
let them know that-
he didn't come out and say that until the police report came out weeks later.
right,
And-
because it said the girl was at fault.
I know, but
He
before
said-
that, that he said he blamed it on a phone, he blamed it on a Tesla, and then said, "Oh wait, yeah, it was on me." Yes.
Well, I don't know about the Tesla thing. I do think it was on him. I think he did something with the phone and he wasn't looking up because you know how you break your nose, you break ribs, and all this other stuff. You got a concussion.
So there's an app that causes you to drink and drive. That what you telling me?
He was probably hanging
I'm
out.
trying to meet him halfway.
He was probably hanging out with his buddy Sean McVay because you know that.
McVay's smart to have a driver.
Yeah, because his eyes be super wide. I don't want to say he be smelling different things, but he do. What's this
I'm
little
just.
kid?
Is he going to coach week 1? I haven't even mentioned. Is he?
Yep.
Is he like? healthy
He's
enough?
actually he's coaching tonight.
Is he? Okay.
Yep.
I know he mentioned something about not being available, possibly due to his injuries, especially his eye. Which I thought when I heard that, I thought the worst. But
well, he had the concussion and everything because the airbag hit him in the face. So yeah, his eye was kind of messed up, but he was back without sunglasses and everything for the last 2 weeks, so he should be.
You know what I thought about? Adam Sandler in The Longest Yard when at the beginning of the movie, where he pressed the brake on the car and all the cop car came on, but he walked out the car holding his beer, talking about, I didn't spill it. That's how I pictured it in my head. Either way, there's a fourth team, and we spend 30 minutes on this. We'll go to the opposite side of the world, which is still the West Coast. There's a fourth team, the Arizona Cardinals, who don't have a quarterback essentially because they're not trying to pay Jacoby Brissett, which I don't blame them. Absolutely,
They paid him.
They paid
him for a year. I'm talking about
long that's how they need him for because they're going to draft one next year anyway.
I'm just saying I don't even blame them for doing. I just think they just threw some money in his way.
Take Arch Manning.
They're not paying anybody else. Let's be honest. But the Cardinals under 4 games. Let's go that route.
Under.
Chef.
Over. I'm going
Over 4. How much over?
2.
So 6 games. 6 is
Yeah,
11.
I'll give him 6 games.
6 games. And I'll go right back to you before I go, Chef. Jacoby Brissett finishes out the year. They go to Carson Beck.
They go to Carson Beck. I think that's where they're going to get the majority of their wins from.
Okay. Fleck.
I'm having a hard time seeing them get over 4. I'm looking at their schedule and it's brutal.
Yeah.
That's why I say under.
Can I read their schedule real quick?
Sure.
Chargers week 1, Seattle, San Francisco, Giants, Lions, Rams, Broncos, Cowboys, Seahawks, Rams, Chiefs, Commanders, Eagles, Jets, okay, week 15, Saints, Raiders, Niners.
I counted 3 wins.
2, maybe 3 games.
I counted 3 wins.
I'll give you 2, maybe 3.
I'm going to let
and I
the
think
world
3 is
in.
being generous.
I'm going to let the world in on a small secret. If you sign up for the NFL Survivor League 2026, just pick whoever
Pick against the Cardinals
against all year.
Pick against
All you
the
gotta do is
Cardinals.
make 3 weeks where it's going to be different because you can't pick them twice and
Right.
within the division. But wherever the Cardinals are going,
Just
Pick against them.
and that's what I did last year. I was picking whoever the Titans is playing. Don't get mad at me, but that's what I did.
I did too.
Me.
I did that a couple of times. I mean, I'm a realist. I'm a realist too. I'm not gonna pick my team just because it's my team.
So that's where I'm at when it comes to the NFC West. Before we move on, gentlemen, go around the room.
Before you go around,
Go ahead, Chef.
Fleck, I'm glad you read that schedule. I recant my answer. There's no damn way. I'm looking at that schedule, man. I'm like, Jesus. No, I'm under.
Way under.
Well,
Too under, not too over.
when you
Got
said
it.
6, I was like,
I was trying to be generous.
Yeah, when he said 6, I was like, hold up. I was gonna try to meet you there. I was like, nah, I don't see 6.
The
No,
moment of truth.
Ray Charles don't even see 6 out of that.
NFC West, who at the end of 2026, 2027, quite possibly, calendar-wise, is going to win the division. Chef, starting with you, who is winning? the
I thought we
NFC
answered
West.
Rams. Rams.
Rams. Fleck,
Rams.
JB.
Yeah, I swear we all said the Rams at the beginning of this segment.
I mean,
The electrical
I'll say it
substation.
again. Bye-bye. I'll say it again. Let's see how long Puka out for us. Come on, 6 games.
He won't. He
nah.
all he did was bite a woman because
At least give me 1 game. Give me 1 game. No Puka, no Aaron Donald.
the rumors are saying it looks like a 1-game suspension, but
I'll
the
take
fact
it,
that they're
man.
in Australia and it's
I'll
a
take
prime time game, it probably won't even be a suspension. But yeah.
Like,
Haven't we all bit somebody before? Jeez. Either way. Damn it, Puka. Let's move out to the AFC West, where the AFC favorite going to the playoffs was Denver Broncos up until Bo Nix messed up his ankle. Let's start there. Talk to me about, obviously, there's no secret here. The addition of Jalen Waddle, obviously they became better on offense, right?
Yeah.
I would say so.
They had the top-rated defense all season. I don't know if they lost anybody. I haven't looked it up. I haven't Googled it.
They lost John Franklin Meyer. He came to Tennessee. I know they lost him.
They lost Dre Greenlaw as well.
Oh yeah, Greenlaw came back to y'all, didn't
Yes, he did.
he? Yeah.
He wasn't the same Greenlaw, though. And he's probably hurt right now anyways, knowing he's out
He's
there.
not.
Oh,
He's not. Him and Fred Warner out there breaking people ribs. But,
But
we talking the AFC West, sir.
we are. You the one brought up Greenlaw. You was quick with that. Greenlaw back. Greenlaw back.
No, you said did they lose anybody on defense? And I came in after Fleck.
Yeah, no, but you said you gained. You said they lose. Either way, talk to me. Is Denver? we this division first? Let's talk about the division in general. Broncos, Chiefs, who are going to be better than they were last year because they were pretty much hurt all season. Raiders got a lot better, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
yes, they did.
The offense is still a question mark outside of Genty. And the Chargers, who didn't get better, but didn't get worse either. Broncos are the Broncos. Again, we always go by the mantra of they're the champs, they're the team to beat until they're beaten, right? To beat the man, you got to beat the man, whatever. Beat a man, you got to beat the man. Got it. Fleck, is the Broncos the favorites to repeat out west?
I think it's the Chargers. I think it's the Chargers. Adding Mike McDaniel as offensive coordinator, he can't head coach, but that boy can call some plays.
Yeah.
As an offensive coordinator. I think, in my opinion, they're the favorites. I think they're the most complete team of the ones that are healthy because the Chiefs aren't 100% healthy. I think they're the most complete healthy team.
Chef, talk to me.
He took the words right out of my mouth because I'm like, it's got to be the Chargers for me. I think Denver's going to be good. I think Denver's going to be competitive. Still have some questions about Bo Nix. Patrick Mahomes coming off, after that repaired surgery for his leg. Kelsey's getting long in the tooth. They lost some nice pieces on defense, even though they drafted well. I think the Chargers, with that addition of McDaniel, because like Fleck said, he's a hellified offensive coordinator. He is incredible. So, because he made Tua look amazing with some of the play calls he did, and Tua's had me shaky since he got in the NFL. But I think they're going to be an interesting team. I think it's going to be the Chargers division to lose.
Mr. Producer, let's try to stick within the realm of the question and the subject at hand. Talk to me about the Denver Broncos.
Oh, that's
what you asked them.
I didn't ask who they're going to lose to. You guys focus more on the Chargers than you did the Broncos.
You said, "Are they the favorites?" And I
Are they
said
the team to
no,
beat?
and I gave you my reason.
Again, I am with Mr. Substation himself. Talk to me about the Denver Broncos. And yes, are they still the team to beat? And talk to me about the Broncos themselves.
No, I don't think they're the team to beat. They still have a hellified defensive backfield with PT2 PS squared and everybody, but they did lose some key pieces on defense, and like you said, Bo Nix getting hurt and everything like that. So they have some stuff that they need to put back in place. I know Sean Payton is trying to bring in his favorite toy from New Orleans. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but he trying to bring Taysom Hill out that way to make some more gadget man plays. But the way things are stacking up right now with the rest of that division, all besides the Raiders, I don't think that they are the team to beat right now.
So we're not picking, obviously, as a consensus, you three are not picking the Broncos to repeat. Now, assuming Bo Nix is fine, right? Obviously, because if he's not, this is not even a conversation.
We assume.
Assuming Bo Nix is fine coming into the season, they signed all their pieces plus trading for Jalen Waddle on offense, having Cortland Sutton on one side, Jalen Waddle on the other, J.K. Dobbins in the backfield, who overachieved, in my opinion. And that's what happens when he has a healthy year, because J.K. Dobbins never really had ever a healthy season. The defense really didn't lose much. Those two pieces you guys mentioned, I don't think is a huge, because for me, mind you, the Broncos weren't favorites going into last season. They weren't. It was always the Chiefs, and it will be the Chiefs, because as long as Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, they figure it out 9 times out of 10. That one time was last year where everybody got hurt, obviously. Nobody's expecting Kelce to be Kelce. We know that much.
Yeah, he fat.
But coming back, having a full season with Isaiah Worthy, and we're moving on to another team. Having a full season with Isaiah Worthy, Rashee Rice, who missed out a ton last year, who served his time, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. The reason why he didn't show up to Travis Kelce's wedding, selfish of him. He was in prison, by the way.
Good. It's fat.
What team are we? You guys say the Chargers, but here's my problem with the Chargers. And I know my thoughts are all over the place, and we're trying to move on from time-wise. Justin Herbert feels like he's been a Dallas Cowboy his whole life. Like when it matters, he sucks. I don't know what it is about Justin Herbert. And then now, even worse, he's engaged to a pop star that nobody talks about, Madison Beer.
Yeah.
Why are y'all trusting Justin Herbert? And I'm going right to you, Fleck. Why are you trusting Justin Herbert to lead this Chargers team to something that he hasn't done in the last 10 years?
Because Mike McDaniels is there calling offensive plays now. I feel like Mike McDaniels is a hell of an offensive mind. It's not like Justin Herbert is a bum. He hasn't been able to get over that hump, but he's not a bum. I mean, he can still be a top 5 to 10 quarterback. Easy. So it's not like he's a bum. And then you got an offensive mind like Mike McDaniels now calling plays for him. I'm very interested to see how that one unfolds. I think if he plays up to his potential in that Mike McDaniels offense, it's gonna be like, I mean, look how he had Tua putting up yards. I mean, yeah. And I think we can all agree that we would want Justin Herbert over Tua, right?
Yeah.
Well, Miami had the talent, though.
Yes or no, though?
Miami had the talent.
No, we're not talking about Miami.
Miami had the talent at the wide receiver position.
They have talent at the wide receiver.
That McConkey
They got
is still
Quentin
there.
Johnson, they got Lad McConkey. They got Gaston at tight end. They got
Yeah.
Njoku they signed at tight end.
Ninja.
So Hampton is a hell of a receiving back. Like they got pieces on that offense. Let's not act like that offense is garbage.
I didn't say they were garbage.
I didn't
I'm
say
saying
you said they was
can't
garbage.
Trust them.
You asked, I answered.
I know. I'm retorting with I can't trust Justin Herbert. Really quick, and I'm gonna
Why
go to
can't
you
you trust Justin Herbert?
because he's always proven when
But you trust Bo Nix if healthy.
well he did he not get the team to the conference championship, something Herbert's never done.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Justin Herbert, didn't they had Jacksonville like down 4 touchdowns, 1 playoff or
He
whatever?
don't play offense. I mean, he don't play defense.
I know what I'm saying is, but no, he threw those 2 picks that solidified that freaking game in the playoffs.
So he wasn't playing offense either, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
I don't
did leave by
trust
saying that.
again. I don't trust Justin
I
Herbert.
did leave. I said he don't play offense.
That's what I'm saying. Now, the Chargers, really quickly, they were quietly put in work on the free agent signing, which I think was a big deal. Tyler, I can't say his last name. Biazade.
Oh, the center.
What? How do you say that?
Biaz. Yeah, I don't know. how
Oh,
to
he
say
said
his name.
center. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
That is-
the center.
yeah, he is the center. That was
For
a
the
big deal.
Chargers?
That was a big
Yeah.
deal. I will tell you another pickup that I thought was quite intriguing that the Ravens dropped the ball on. That's
Yeah,
Keaton
that's
Mitchell. Signing Keaton Mitchell to be the backup running back there in LA. Was a big deal. I don't know how
the third string running back.
Because they still got Vidal there too.
Yeah.
Vidal is more of a
Vidal won me some games in fantasy last year. I'm not talking down on him.
Vidal is the solidified backup back there.
Yeah, he won me some games in fantasy last year. I'm not talking down on Vidal.
And McDaniel then already said that Vidal and go be sharing reps.
Him and Hampton, yeah.
Them keeping Khalil Mack is a big deal just for the veteran portion of that defense. Them signing Tony Jefferson, which I'm only bringing him up because he's a former Raven. I just want to, throw that out there. Bringing back Perryman, bringing back Tomlinson. Who else we got? Oh,
They
wait.
signed, Bud Dupree.
They signed that quarterback. They re-signed that quarterback that team out there in Santa Clara gave up 3 firsts for Trey Lance. They re-signed him. Just had to throw that out there, by the way. And Njoku, who quite possibly could start anywhere. So I'll give them that. They made some moves. The Chargers made some moves, but is it enough to be better than that Denver defense? To beat them heads up 1-1?
But that's what I'm saying. I think that Denver defense, outside of PS2, Pat Surtain, they lost a key piece to that defense. John Franklin Myers was no scrub for that defense.
We're not saying that, but
he was the one that was having the quarterbacks have to rush to throw the ball, and then that defense that secondary doing their thing because the quarterback was always under duress.
I'm
Yeah,
That's fine.
they just signed Hufanga to an extension. They got Riley Moss in. Brandon Jones is the other end of that other back end safety in there. So they got pieces back there with Pat Surtain, and then you got to deal with DJ Jones coming up the middle at the nose tackle.
Alex Singleton and linebacker.
Right. So they have pieces in there, and that's not to say that they're not going to
And
make.
they still got Benito too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Denver defense is a scrub.
I think this is one of those things that Sean Payton finally put his team together and put a season together that maybe they overachieved. We don't know quite yet. The division was on a downfall last year. The Chargers wasn't what they had to do. The Chiefs was poop.
They were hurt.
and the Raiders were the Raiders.
The Raiders were the Raiders.
Up until this offseason, where the Raiders made a lot of noise about we traded Crosby, we didn't trade Crosby, we signed 3 pieces to the defense that were huge and still got Crosby back. Talk to me how much noise the Raiders are going to do to that division. And obviously, I don't see them winning the division, but they're going to beat these teams that last year was easy victory. Talk to me about what the Raiders are going to do this coming season, Fleck.
I think I love what they're probably the most improved team in the NFL, if I'm being honest. I still, like you said, I don't think they'll win the division, but they're not gonna be pushovers like they were last year. Getting Jamar McCoy, who was a first round talent in the 4th round, that move right there solidified their offseason for me, because I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that dude, I was hoping the Titans took a chance on him. You know, he had the knee injury for the University of Tennessee, but that dude is a first round talent if he can stay healthy, and they got him in the 4th round. That did it for me. I like the moves that they made this offseason.
Totally agree. And I'm going to speak of the moves really quickly, and I'm going to come to you, Chef. Right off the rip, Tyler Linderbaum.
You already took it out my mouth.
I will pause right there, and I'm going to give you the room. Talk to me about making that move for the Las Vegas Raiders.
That was one of the most solid moves. It hurt me to my core when I read that, because they were working the deal trying to get him back, and they couldn't get the numbers right. And the sad part was they were only separated by, I want to say it was like,
not much.
I think an extra year and $5 million or something
Not
like that,
a
year or something like that. And it ended up, that is one of the most solid pickups, that he is going to anchor that line. He's going to protect the quarterback. He's going to provide veteran leadership in that locker room on the offensive line side, which is going to just permeate all through that team. The moves they made were spectacular.
I will continue to name said moves. I just want to throw that out there and give you the room, seeing as that's a huge piece to the Ravens offensive line missing that, and we're not going to discuss the North quite yet.
No.
Raiders, Quay Walker, linebacker, Kwity Paye, defensive end, Nakobe Dean at linebacker, Eric Stokes at cornerback, Malcolm Kuntz at defensive end.
Kuntz, yeah. I couldn't think of his name.
And then the big piece, getting back Max Crosby.
Which I'm still mad that Baltimore handled the Crosby situation the way they did. And then knowing we have to face the Raiders this year. We have to play the Raiders this year. So he's going to be a wrecking ball.
Who trades for a guy on the injury reserve and say he can't pass a physical after Stevie Wonder knew he can see he can't pass a physical right now, rescinds the trade? Either way, we're not talking about the Raiders right now. That was astonishing to me. Raiders. Yes, sir.
The Raiders don't play the Ravens, Rob.
I thought we played that division. I thought
maybe preseason. I don't know.
I could swear we played them this year.
Over under 7 games for the Raiders. JB?
Can I read off the schedule before everybody gives their prediction?
Go ahead.
Miami, Chargers, Saints, Chiefs, Patriots, Buffalo, Rams, Jets, Niners, Seattle, Denver, Cleveland, Chargers, Denver, Titans, Cardinals, Chiefs.
Shit, they might finish strong, but that's going to be a hard start.
All of the teams in that division have a horrible schedule. I don't know if you looked at the Chargers schedule, but you get that Chargers schedule, and you will see an even more grotesque damn schedule. That schedule is disgusting that the Chargers have.
Oh, yeah.
That schedule,
I might take my pick back for the winner of the division.
The Chargers have a schedule that is terrifying.
But for week 1, I'm picking the Chargers to beat the Cardinals. I'll tell you that right now.
So we all got that one.
JB, talk to me. Raiders, I'll say 6 over under six victories.
I think I'm gonna put them. You say over under 6. I'm gonna put them at. I'll give them 7 wins, and that's depending on how long Kirk Cousins is starting, and if him and Max Crosby can stop throwing hands at each other.
That's just insane. Like I don't know how that even became a thing, but
they need to find some unity.
Maybe Kirk Cousins stole Max Crosby's bling and put on the wrong necklace or chain. I don't know how that happened, but those are 2 different sides of the spectrum. When it came, as like Max Crosby probably said, "Hey, you are praying too loud. Keep it down." And then Cousins was like, "Hey, your music is too loud." Then all of a sudden, Draymond Green got in there and punched Jordan. Whatever. Jordan Poole. I don't know how that all became, but that's where my mind went when I heard they fought. I don't even know how.
Wobble up, baby.
Those 2 will fight. Let's go with it. Are you guys sticking with the Chargers winning that division? Fleck.
Uh,
Don't back down now.
Ooh,
Don't be
After
scared.
looking at their schedule,
Don't be scared.
I want to reconsider. After looking at their schedule, I did not realize their schedule was that brutal. I
We can only imagine.
think that they'll still make the playoffs, but
Really?
I think the Broncos will probably win the division.
Really quickly,
Looking at the schedules,
really quickly, outside of 2 games, we can assume that everybody has the same schedule outside of just 2 extra games.
well, no,
no,
these are like totally different.
yeah, because we play now I know Baltimore does play the Chargers,
Nobody's talking about Baltimore.
but that's what I'm saying. The schedules are
thought
different.
But that's what I'm saying.
You thought they played
It's only a
the
difference of
Raiders.
2 to 3 games. Everybody play each other, regardless of the schedule.
Well, that's true.
It was this. The only difference before they added the extra game was 2 games, where it was extra. I'm assuming now it's 3 that they went to 17. But the schedule is the same outside of 3 games.
So
You know what? I'm not gonna be no punk. I'm stick with my Chargers pick.
call me punk. I'm changing mine right now because I think it's going to come down to Denver or Kansas City because Kansas City actually has a more friendly schedule than a lot of the teams in that division. So,
Well, of course they do.
so
They can't have Patrick
it's no
Mahomes
slouch
looking
now. I'm not
into
saying this schedule is like cupcake. I'm just saying it's not as brutal as the Chargers schedule is.
My only thing with the Chiefs is
We just don't know.
Mahomes healthy?
Yeah.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? They got him back on the practice field and he's throwing or whatever, but practice field and actual field is 2 different things.
And he hasn't been himself in practice. Let's be
He has
honest.
not.
So-
I've
He has
seen
not.
a couple
So
of
I'm
throws.
scared. And then again, like you mentioned earlier, Rob, Kelsey is long in the tooth.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to Denver or the Chargers to me, and just looking at their schedules, those 2 or 3 games that are different could be the difference in who wins that division. I think they both make the playoffs.
JB, talk
I'll
to me.
say that.
So, okay, whoa. Saying that, do you think all 3 make the play? I'm going right back to you.
I don't know what the Chiefs are going to look like. Yeah, I got to see what Mahomes looks like because if Mahomes.
You're saying the Chargers and the Broncos make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought I heard you say the Chiefs make the playoffs.
Oh no, I said
My
Los
bad.
Angeles. And,
My bad.
okay.
JB, talk to me. Who's winning the West?
We keep talking about the teams. It's gonna come down to Harbaugh and Peyton with this one. I think the play calling, because we all know what Sean Payton go do on offense. The difference that's coming into the season is the play calling of Mike McDaniel. That's what's gonna give you a more definitive answer. And I think that he's gonna come in and give them something different. And that's the reason why the Chargers is gonna go edge out the Broncos.
Interesting. I got this is the one time I usually don't follow the mindset of until somebody beats them. You know what I'm saying? I usually try to think about the moves that were made, the common sense, things of that nature. But last year Denver rode off easily with the division. That's not going to be the case this year. I'm not by no means. I see like 11-6 type. Reason being, the Raiders is not going to be an easy out. The Chiefs, if healthy, is not going to be easy out. The Chargers and Broncos going to cancel each other out. I think this division is going to be like 11-6, 10-5, 10-7, 9-8, like back to back to back. Like it's going to be that close. I still give it to the Broncos because I don't see the defense falling that far off, and adding Jalen Waddle, who I believe is going to want to play, because I think he just took plays and games off in Miami, and I don't blame him considering his environment there. But I think Jalen Waddle, we're going to see a motivated Jalen Waddle who's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah,
Sutton's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. Jalen Waddle will be a 1,000-yard receiver.
You have 2,000-yard receivers up there.
I honestly, I think this is going to be the best offense we see coming, assuming Bo Nix remains healthy from day one. It has to be that. Obviously, that little asterisk. Bo Nix coming out week 1 and his ankle is healthy. But
Sean Payton like running the ball though.
I know that's what Sean Payton likes, but you don't get wide receivers of this caliber and not throwing the ball. You don't bring in Jalen Waddle and not throwing the ball. He's not a decoy. J.K. Dobbins last year was healthy. He might take a hit this year. J.K. Dobbins has not been known to be healthy consecutive seasons.
What?
And we know this as a fact because we've seen J.K. Dobbins play football.
Well, when you're right, you're right. You don't bring in a Derrick Henry and don't run him. So,
damn, shots fired.
That's the other Harbaugh. That's the other Harbaugh. That's the other Harbaugh. We'll get to the north quite possibly next. How many teams make the playoffs? Or we 2, maybe 3
out of this division? I got the Broncos and the Chargers definitely making.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spade. I don't
know what team. Yeah, I got to see what Patrick Mahomes.
Will we be surprised that the Chiefs even win the division?
I would be extremely surprised if they did.
Yeah,
just based off of what we've seen so far from Mahomes.
We haven't given the platform to the Chiefs. I know we had a conversation the other day saying Rashee Rice is a number 1 wide receiver any day, all day. Them signing Kenneth Walker. Again, we got a few minutes before we get out of here. We did not give any talk to the Chiefs just because we're probably just tired of talking about the Chiefs all these years.
We are.
A healthy Patrick Mahomes, a healthy Kenneth Walker, a healthy Isaiah Worthy, a healthy Rashee Rice. And they signed another wide receiver.
Isaiah Worthy is awesome.
Isaiah Worthy.
Talk to me.
Xavier.
Isaiah. Who's Isaiah Worthy?
I don't know.
We don't know.
That's James.
Isaiah Bond. That's what I'm thinking.
James Worthy's son that came in later years.
Sorry, I was thinking Isaiah Bond. Forgive me. Hopefully he breaks out this coming year. But everything works out for the Chiefs like they used to with Kenneth Walker. Is that a playoff team? I'm not even talking about the division. Is that a playoff team?
Yeah. It depends on the health of Patrick Mahomes. I know you're tired of hearing me say, yes, they got Justin Fields there, but to me, it depends on the health of Patrick Mahomes.
Justin Fields not even in conversation because even a healthy Justin Fields
there. I was just mentioning the fact that he was there.
I'm disappointed.
And Andy Reid has done wonders with worse.
And let's not forget, Eric Bieniemy is back as OC. So.
And I'm glad his wife is doing better. That's a crazy situation as well.
Very.
Huge distraction, Yeah,
I think that the Chiefs, it depends on the health of Patrick Mahomes.
Are they quite possibly the biggest question mark in the NFL?
I will give you that.
They are 100%.
Yeah,
like they could be Super Bowl and it could be nothing.
Exactly. I will give you that.
Chef, I see your face. I see the wheels turning. Talk to me, Chef. We got a couple minutes. We'll get out of here.
Honestly, and this may sound weird, I think it's the Dallas Cowboys.
Biggest question marks?
Yeah, because you never know what they're going to do. They have every piece in place to be a Super Bowl contender. Are they going to continue to be the raggedy Cowboys we know and love? or are they gonna come back and they're gonna make a run? I think
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you mean in more like health wise, right?
yeah.
Like
but-
if these pieces can stay healthy, will they?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know what the Cowboys are.
We know what the
Well, I
Cowboys
mean,
are.
not
Great on
just that.
offense, bad on defense. We know that. Well, you're not going to talk about the Cowboys, which I understand.
We'll get into that. We'll dive into that. But
I understand what you're. I do understand what you're saying, Chef. I think they'll be better. We'll get to that, in the
yeah,
coming
we'll talk
week.
about it later.
But I do believe health wise, considering the huge turnover from outside of the 49ers, because that's day to day, where this was one season to the next when it comes to the Chiefs. I think they sat out pretty much the season knowing, like, you know what, let's just get better in the off season, and we'll get, because they made all the right moves in the off season just as much as any other team did. So yeah, I believe that the Chiefs are one of the biggest question marks. They can go from bad to best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, Fleck, Andy Reid has done wonders with worse.
Exactly.
So we'll see how that go. Before we get out of here, Chef, you got something for us?
No, not this week. Give me all a break this week. We're free. We're just gonna cruise into the new year right now.
JB,
right in. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I know we were talking about the West, but don't forget the Chicago Bears moved to Indiana. They are on their way to Indiana. They did say that the name will stay the same.
That's not what.
Weird. Oh,
and they're keeping the same name.
They say
Which is weird.
Still the Chicago Bears. They're just moving right across the thing, right across the river, like Kansas City.
I totally get that, but they're keeping the name Chicago Bears
That's stupid.
from Indiana. That's like saying IUPUI, Indiana University, Purdue University, Indiana. Like
that's like calling the New Jersey Giants the New York Giants.
Yeah,
New
Jersey Jets.
That actually makes the most perfect sense. Not just like that.
New York and New Jersey Giants and Jets. Yeah.
I don't understand it. Indiana Bears don't.
But
and the decision makers in Indiana was like, "Hey, we'll incentivize you if you change your name to Indiana." Chicago, the Bears like, "Nah, we good.
We're good. Nobody wants that."
I don't know how that got to do with the West.
Bears strikes the fear in nobody.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, that's no.
But since it was brought up, I just come in.
I just it was new, so I just figured I'd say.
Shout out to Roger Craig, fighting his dementia. That was very emotional to watch at the Hall of Fame speech. Him revealing about him suffering from an early onset of dementia. Praying for him and his family.
I ain't like it one bit. People started cutting onions. It was madness.
Yeah,
but he got in the Hall. Congratulations.
Much well deserved.
Oh yeah,
JB.
Well overdue.
Take us out.
Well, like y'all know, we back at it. Some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR. But right here, all sports matter.
We'll be back next week.
Peace out.
Thank you.